Hi there and welcome to your yoga class. This is a short 10-minute morning yoga flow, great for waking up the body, not too challenging either, and of course you can make variations as you need to, but we're going to start in child's pose, a wide leg child's pose, which means putting your big toes together, separating your knees out as wide as you feel that you want to. So a good starter is maybe as wide as the mat. Bringing your bottom back towards your heels, hands out in front of you and rest your head on the mat. Now this bottom doesn't need to be right the way back. You can have a block or a blanket in here as well. If reaching your heels is not available, that's absolutely fine as long as you're feeling the stretch. And you're just going to take a minute to centre yourself here. Breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. Taking a moment, letting your head rest and stretching out your hands as much as you want to in front of you. That's it. And nice big deep breaths and feeling the stretch in your glutes, the top of your feet and your back and your shoulders as well. Keeping that breath going. That's it. And then just coming up to a tabletop pose, so your hands are nice and splayed out. Your shoulders are over your wrists and your hips are over your knees, okay? And just putting the top of your feet on the floor as well. So we're going to do some cat-cows, but with a little bit of a difference. Usually we inhale and push your tummy down and exhale and come up the way. And we're still going to be doing that, but we're going to be doing it in a circular motion. So we're going to be inhaling on the way down and exhaling on the way up. So exhale, bring your back up and over to the side and down. So we're inhaling and exhaling on the way up and inhaling on the way down. That's it. So try and keep your hips nice and square. Don't move them side to side if you can help it. And it's sort of like a circle. Try and do 3 on both sides. That's it. So it's just a normal cat-cow, but we're doing a lovely circle with our torso. Trying to isolate that from our shoulders and our hips. A lovely core warm up there for you. That's it. And then just coming back to a neutral spine, and feel free to add in a normal cat-cow if you want to at that point as well. Now we're going to come up to a downward dog pose. So coming back into tabletop, okay, tuck your toes this time, okay, and we're going to push your bottoms up and then come back on with your heels pointing down. They might not be reaching the floor, they might be up here, that's fine. But as long as you're trying to get your back nice and straight. So we don't want this sort of shape here, a humpy back and straight legs. If you've got a problem getting the legs straight, then bend the heels down, bend the knees and keep your back straight. This is perfectly acceptable because in time, you can come up like this. So you can walk the dog in whatever position that you're in. Walk the dog, and then what we're going to do is raise our right leg up in the air. Do not change anything, just raise your right leg up. And we're going to bring it through between our hands at the front. So it's between, your foot is right in between your hands. If it doesn't get there the first time, just lift it up and bring it through. And we're on the ball of our foot at the back there. And we're going to come up into a nice high lunge. Now, if this is a little bit of a challenge for you, you can put your back knee down as well. Just watch that front knee that is over your ankle and it's not way beyond your feet. We don't want that. And then we're going to bring our arms down to the sides and twist over that bent knee. So you're twisting toward the right because your right knee is out. And keep these arms up as well. That's it. And from here, put your left hand on the mat and coming in to an easy twist. That's it. And remember, you can put your back knee down any time as well. So from here, we're going to come in to a triangle pose with a wee bit of a difference. Both hands on the mat, okay, and we're going to straighten this front leg. Now you might need to bring this back foot in a little bit in order to straighten the front leg. Now when I say straighten, that doesn't mean it has to be poker straight. a little bit of a bend in it is absolutely fine. So just straighten it as much as you can. Put your hands on the floor if you can, and a bent knee is fine. And just feel the nice big stretch. Your hips are pointing forward at this point. We're not coming out to the left at all. Lovely. Now from here, we're going to come down on our knees. And we're going to come into puppy dog pose. So our hips are staying the same. They're staying over our knees. Your toes can be tucked or untucked. And what you're going to do is you're going to walk your hands forward, melt your heart down towards the mat till your head either maybe touches the mat or your chin, or you might be on a block as well. But keep those hips up, up, up. Okay, we don't want to be coming forward or back. Nice and square. And feel the opening over your chest and up behind your shoulders as well. Nice deep breaths. That's it. And then slowly, just walking your hands back up, and we're going to come back into a downward dog. So tuck those toes again, lift up those hips, and come back. Heels toward the floor. That doesn't mean to say they have to be on the floor. Walk the dog again. Stretch out. Your hands are shoulder width apart, facing forward. Feet are hip width apart, facing forwards. Tailbone is nice and high. And we're going to do all that on the left-hand side now. So lifting that leg straight up. Now, it doesn't matter how much it goes up. Lift the leg up. Bring it through to between your hands at the front. Okay, so we're in this nice low lunge just now. And remember, knee can come down at any time, but we're going to come up into a nice high lunge. Reach for the sky. Push into the back ball of your foot. Feel your nice strong foundation. And then bringing your hands down, we're going to twist over that bent knee. Keep those hands up. Engage the shoulders. Don't let them drop down. And then let your right hand come to the floor and coming into a twist with a lunge as well. So there's a lot going on here. Keep your breathing going as well. That's it. And then we're going to come into that triangle pose again. So put your other hand on the mat. You can move this back foot in a bit to straighten this front leg as much as you can. That doesn't mean to say it's going to be absolutely poker straight. And breathe into it, because this can be quite an intense stretch. So breathe into it, lean into it, and try and relax. It's quite tempting to clamp on to the muscles here if something's a little bit uncomfortable. Okay, but make sure there's no pain or anything like that. Okay, so coming down onto your knees again. We're going to come into that puppy dog pose again. Now remember, hips over knees. Okay, and reach your hands forward and melt to the floor as far as you can. That's it. If this is too easy for you as well, you can also put blocks here so that you have to melt down a little bit further. That's it. Nice and easy. Keep that breathing going. And then coming up to tabletop again. And remember, when we're in tabletop, everything's engaged here. Okay, tummy button's getting pulled back to the spine. We're not just totally relaxing. So tucking those toes again, coming up into downward dog. Really stretch it out. Feel free to take a little walk of the dog again. It is a morning flow, remember. Give your body a chance to wake up. And then we're going to walk towards our hands, okay? Step or jump if you feel you need to. Now your knees can be bent. Try and keep your hands on the floor. So if that means keeping your knees bent, that's fine. But because then what we can do is work on straightening them up, okay? And then we're going to exhale, forward fold, chest to thighs. That's it. And then slowly circling the arms up, looking at your thumbs, pushing up with your fingertips, and coming back down. So now we're going to come into Malasana, which is yogi squat. So feet are apart, slightly wider than hips, and about 10 to 2. Hands are in prayer position, okay? So as long as your knees shouldn't be going over your toes at the front. And just be careful, you can also use blocks underneath your bottom if you want, but this is fine. Remembering your weight is going back the way. We don't want to be doing this. Weight's going back the way, just like this. Okay, so you might be like this, you might be a bit further down, or you might be right the way down. And if you're down, just remember and keep that back nice and straight. Drop the tailbone. You might want to put a blanket under your heels if your heels are lifting up, and press those elbows against your knees if you're right down, and have that nice, secure, sturdy position. That's it. Drop the weight into your hips there. Keep the breathing going. That's it. And then from here, you can just put one hand in front, one behind, and gently come onto your bottom. We're going to do a nice seated twist. So sitting with your legs crossed in a comfortable position. We are going to take the right hand and put it on the left knee, left hand behind you. Now inhale and lengthen, and exhale, twisting round, keeping nice and straight, nice and aligned, not slouching. And you can look behind you if you want. You might only be at the side, that's fine, as long as you're feeling the twist in your spine. And then coming back round, we can do the other side. That's it. And remember, this is a morning flow, so we're just waking the body up, trying to energise the body as well. And so coming round to the middle again, just resting your hands where is comfortable now. So that might be clasped between your legs or just on your knees, wherever's comfortable. Sitting up nice and tall, and just close your eyes if you would like to. You can keep them open, and if you do, just keep your gaze focused on something so you're not looking around and getting all distracted. So you can shut your eyes. And if you prefer, you can put your hands in prayer position. And we're just going to concentrate on the breath for a few seconds. That breath coming in through your nose, out through your nose as well, filling up your entire torso, breathing into your belly. Nice full breaths. Your shoulders are down and back. They're nice and relaxed. And we're going to take a few cleansing breaths, get ourselves ready for the day. So that means we're going to take a nice big deep inhale, and then a big out of our mouth, like a big sigh. So again, nice big inhale, and that's it. One more, and back to normal. Breathing through your nostril. And they're good for energising, waking you up, cleansing, and for a bit of focus as well. A couple of more breaths in and out, taking just a wee second or two just to centre yourself. That's it. And then slowly opening your eyes if they've been shut. So I hope you feel a little bit ready for the day ahead now. And we will finish just with a namaste. Taking a nice big deep inhale, exhale, and namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for this morning flow. I hope this energises you, gets you ready for the day ahead. Please leave any comments, or if you've any requests as well, more than happy to oblige. And thank you for joining me. I'll see you again next time. See you later.